Hello, I'm Matt, also known as mhauser321, and I'm playing Kid Icarus for the NES. We are on level 1-3 in the second part of my walkthrough slash let's play. This level, I think it's 1-3, this level is probably one of the harder levels in the game. And there's a point where it gets really intense. And when that point comes, I'll tell you, and we are just going to book it through the rest of the stage. Let's see, some of these enemies here. The snakes are the smallest enemy in the game, pretty much. They take one shot, they're worth like 100 points. But I find that I lose the most health to them. I don't know why they have such a weird pattern when it comes to falling. They usually fall right where you're standing, and it always annoys me. Sometimes I can't get the arrow off quick enough to kill them. These statues are pretty cool. I kind of like the whole motif they go with the statues. Sometimes the statues indicate that you're getting ready to enter a boss room. But up here there's a split. And if you go left, you can't get to this treasure room. I think it's a treasure room. Let's see. No, it's a challenge, I think. No, it's a treasure room. And again, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, is the system that I have here for getting the right, missing the right pot is written down in the info section below. It wasn't developed by me, it was developed by somebody else, so I don't want to plagiarize their stuff. I'll probably have their information down there too. So, boom, boom, and I got a feather. Now, feathers are cool. The story behind this game is loosely based off Kid Icarus, and if you know anything about Greek mythology, he was a boy who made wings out of wax to fly in the sky, and he ended up flying too close to the sun, and his wings melted. So wings have a lot to do with this whole story and the whole game itself. These things up against the wall don't look like you could or they look like you could touch them and nothing would happen, but if you touch them you actually get some damage taken away from you, so be careful, don't get anywhere near them. You see I avoided them there. But right here, when you get to this point in this stage, you just book it. You don't stop to kill things, you shoot things in your way, but you just keep going. In the previous video we leveled up twice, and the last place you're going to level up is in the next level. There's 3 sets of levels, and they each have 4 levels. So this will be the first, or the final level of the first set, 1-4. It's a dungeon. Here you'll see I'm going to book it. Right here is some sweet platforming. Did you see that jump? Watch this, boom. Right here I do pretty good. I tried this like 4 or 5 times to get it perfect, but I got hit once by that little guy. But the last spot to level is in the level 1-4, and I'll show you where that is. It's going to be coming up, and we'll get all the way to the final level, which is 200,000 points. I'll cut out the leveling. I'm not going to do it on here, but I'll show you what you have to do. It's pretty easy, I'm going to have to say. A lot easier than the first part of leveling, because if you do it enough, I've done it a couple times already, and I'm used to it. Here you just continue platforming upwards. There's no real tricks. Let's see. I think there is something in this room. This might be an endurance game. Yeah, it's an endurance game. Now these games give you a choice to select. If you can make it, I call them endurance games. If you can make it, they give you a choice of 3 weapons, and the weapons are really helpful. Trust me. I'll show you. I'll explain them to you. But let me tell you a little bit about what you do here. You just kind of move to the left of this little platform, stand there, and I think that's what I found to be the best spot where you don't get hit that often. And you shoot these things when they come at you, and if you can stay alive for like, I don't know, maybe a minute or a minute and a half, you get one of the weapons. The first weapon I'm gonna pick is the crystal shield, and it's really useful. It's that little, like, looks like a, I don't know, a dagger maybe? Probably not a dagger. But it doesn't come on right now, which is kind of strange. I think my game glitched or something, because I think the shield would usually come on. It doesn't come on in the next level because this is a dungeon, and you can't use any of the weapons in dungeons. So it comes on after that. But see, I didn't really bother with score on that level. I just kind of tried to beat it. Alright, now the dungeon. The dungeon itself has a lot of turns, and it's kind of hard to navigate, but the best way I can tell you is the first dungeon. You kind of go right, and then you go up. You make a big loop all the way down to the bottom, and then you go back up. You have to follow the video if you want to know exactly. Now these little guys, this guy you see in the bottom left hand corner, he's a sentry, and if you use one of the mallets on him, you'll get a sentry when you fight the boss, and a sentry helps you kill the boss. I'll show you how to break them out. I'll probably break out one here in a little bit. This enemy right here is the hardest enemy in the game, the Eggplant Wizard. And you're saying like, what's an Eggplant Wizard? But if you see those little things they're launching, if you get hit with one of those, you get turned into an eggplant. And you're probably going to be, you're probably going to be fucked. That's what I was about to say, because you have to go to the room, the special Eggplant Room, and you have to get the curse removed. And if you get hit with one, you basically better just restart and just die and restart the level, because it's pointless. It's way out of the way, and to get the curse removed, so you might as well just die and restart the dungeon. The best way to avoid them is to just take a hit, let them hit you, and that here I'm breaking one of the sentries out. See, now you have one sentry, it says down there, and they'll come up when you fight the boss. But best way to avoid Eggplant Wizards is just take the hit, and that brief 3 seconds of invincibility you get, that's when you'll just run through them, and you won't get turned into one. This is a refill room. Most dungeons have one, and there's some in the actual game. Now, this is the pattern you're going to be doing to level up the next section. You go to that room right there. You go all the way to the right. Or no, you don't go all the way to the right. You go right 2 rooms, I think? No, 1 room. Well, it's 2 rooms from the refill room. And this is the room you're going to be killing guys in. You sit here and you farm this room until you get to enough points to equal 200,000. And I've done this, and let me tell you, this is the easiest way. You just sit in here and you go like that, and maybe I don't think my points flash, but right now I'm at like 50,000, and after this room I'm gonna have 200,000. And after I beat this level, I'll be fully leveled. I don't have to worry about health or anything, and pretty much after this, the game is a lot easier. I want to say it's smooth sailing, but it's not completely. So it just makes it so you can't die. You have like a huge health bar. See, now it pauses, it comes back, and I didn't flash to it, but I have like 900. Oh, there it goes. See, I have 200,999 hearts, and now I'm ready to go to the boss. And from the boss, you just go right here. This next room is the scary room, Eggplant Room. You'll see me go back and forth because I'm trying to get the right. See how I take the hit, and I just try to get I got hit in the lava there, so that I had that 3-second invincibility. So we're headed to the boss now, and once you defeat, I broke open a sentry there just to show you guys again. I went in this little hole for no reason. I don't know why. It's kind of like, I want to say moderately challenging. After you figure out how things work, it's a little bit easier. Now, right to your right is the boss room, and he is Twin-bellows, I think is his name. It's like a double-headed dog, or maybe a triple-headed dog, and you just attack him. You'll see what I do. It's really easy. You just shoot him. That's the strategy. Shoot him over and over again. You won't die, and he barely does anything. There's my sentries. Basically, you just sit here and you shoot him. You kind of walk backwards, and then when you get trapped in a corner, you run through him, and he's really easily, his health is going down there. You can see how quick he dies. But after this, I'm going to end the video, and there'll be another part. If you have any questions about what I'm saying, or comments, or anything you'd like, just go ahead and put it in the comment section below. I'll be glad to answer and respond to any of them. And boom! I got the first treasure. And then we're on to level 2-1 is the next level. And look how many points I have. That's crazy. I really do like this game. It's a good game. After you get through this part right here, if you know these little tips, the rest of the game is pretty easy. I mean, it's challenging, but nothing compared to if you didn't have all this stuff. you didn't have these full level, you wouldn't be able to do it. And that'll be the end of the video. Thank you guys.